Hello and welcome to my stream. I'm the host AwEsoMeMonKeYboY, and today I'm going to stream the Endgame Part 3 for Part 9. Part 9 Endgame Part 3. So I was hoping it could be ending, but this is going to take a longer time to go find a ship that can go able to space, can fly a ship to the space. Can you imagine that? You can use a ship that located in the ocean to make a fly into the sky to the space outside Earth. Well, it's kind of weird, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to finish this game, but I don't know when or what is going to be ending. I'm gonna keep trying. So for more things, want to saw this video, keep subscribe to me and give a comments down below, and let us begin in part 9 Endgame part 3, which is we're gonna find a ship can fly through the sky to the moon. I'm just kidding, into space I guess. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Can't believe it, of all the things, on the ship, from ocean, walking, and now I'm gonna fly what? From the ship? Oh yeah, as if for now I already done the stuff here, and I'm already level 50. Yeah, it's very hard to leveling, you know. It's very hard to level in this game. It's kind of challenging. So let us begin into the west. Well, just set this one. This one I cannot finish this one because this one ridiculous, very very ridiculous to do. There's a lot of things to do, but nah, I'm not gonna do it because it's time consuming to do it. So right now, this moment needs some stuff. So right now we gotta make a spaceship. I don't know how to do it, but maybe I could try. So the arena is basically, if you level 50, you can fight around the arena around level 40 and 30. So let us begin into the searching for the ship, I guess. It's gonna take a long day. Kind of a little bit boring.
Just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head too.
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm Alfin?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegis.
Lenegis? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Well, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nathan.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calabria. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. But you should be careful. I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. There's a giant Zoogle running riot in there.
A Zoogle, huh?
And I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing. So I can't tell you much more.
Alright, I believe there's a rock stuff there.
All right. Again. Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nate was talking about.
Everything okay with Hoodle, Rin?
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter one.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're but that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby.
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up?
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different? Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile.
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Poodle takes pride in his appearance.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty and an...
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Let's head to the place. Let us strike. Census Ravine. Where is the... Oh my god. Why? Why there is no... I hope that thing has a small leveling, I guess. I hope it's level 50.
We've reached our destination.
It's quite hot here. The climate...
Ha! Easy, man.
I'll do my best! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
The secret to leveling faster is you do the hard mode. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's real bad. You know, the enemy sometimes hit you very hard. So that's the problem about this game. I mean the
Something
auto
feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Yeah, the auto is very stupid, if you ask me. Because you, no matter how you do it, it's
So we're back in the Zion
stupid.
Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law.
I hope this is what easier. You know, the last time we fight the swine was level 54, and I'm already level 40. Now level 50. I think this is a level 50 monster, I guess. This is hell look like.
So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship.
can make plants grow instantly? What if we use the...
Ah, level 40.
Where are you going? Hurricane strike! In the wind! Lightning strike! Hurricane strike! Here are high thick armor! Demon tank! Do it! Magic is there! As impressive as always.
No, I think you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look... Well, looky here.
Not that hard.
I'll do my best!
Take this! Demon tank!
I think the enemy's getting desperate. Don't tip your hands up.
As impressive as always. No, I mean you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look frustrated.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Just give me a minute. Let me just turn around this place.
Right, here goes! Now you see what I can do! No further!
You're really, really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around. As impressive as always.
Flying freeze! What if they just sit still? Xion, can you take care of this?
No sooner said than done.
My fists are crushing it out there!
So I'm guessing this one is a new material. I think that's a new weapon crafting. As usual. Oh shit. Ha! Level 40. I'm not scared.
Forgive you.
Not today!
Going and never miss. Bronze and red.
Double demon fang!
A chain between
Are those
this one and
rocks
mine.
skin?
A wailing dandy of lightning.
Demon fang!
Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more! Shut!
Well done.
No armor! Stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training.
That's what I like to hear.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was good.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
That extra training paid off.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Yeah, it does solid equipment. Let's see. Every time when you pick out a weapon, and I said once again, not once again, always, the character will say this one very suitable gear, I guess, which isn't. Sometimes does, sometimes it's not. Never trust an NPC, man.
Out of our way! Far enough! No further! I can carve through armor! Take cover when it curls up!
I think we can get through this.
Don't look pesky, airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Demon tank!
Freeze Lancer! Now! I'm ready for the next battle. My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Xion?
Oh, wait. You're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
I won't forgive you! Demon Fang! Eat dirt! Demon Fang! The bigger they are, the harder! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Damn, that's a lot of crap down here. But easy crap. Who cares? I'm level 50. I can do whatever I want.
The tables on. Right. No time to hold back. It curls up. Time to get out of the way.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
I'll show you.
Astral energy!
Say no more. Shot.
Well done!
Next, see what I can do.
Over so soon?
Oh shit. Now that's a problem. One of the biggest issue is to get the weapon. At the starting it was really hard. So this time, this game really hard when you kill enemy, you don't get nothing. You get nothing, man. Okay, I need to go down here, I guess. Man, it's hard here, man.
Go no further!
Ignite! Come and face me!
As impressive as always.
Here I will go with you, people.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Keon actually look frustrated.
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Nice. Bloody
Barely a
nice.
blip on our radar.
Please be mine. Fuck. It's for her. But this one's a little bit harder. That's kind of
Equipment
luck.
should come in handy.
Yeah. Sometimes when people play RPG games, they just go through some certain people, but they just don't know what if they level up before you go mission. It is taking some time. It does take some time. It does take some time to win this game. I don't know if this is ending or not. I don't think it's ending yet. It's gonna take a long time to win the game. I need to be stronger. I'm guessing the boss level will be level 70, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
Over so soon?
I'm kinda scared when I say that, you know. Sometimes it happens.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you! Demon Fang! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing?
So, just give me a minute. Kill all this monster first.
Out of my way! Take this! Demon Fang!
You got company!
No escape!
Now!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
I'll smash you!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
Right, here goes! They can't get out of this!
I never miss! You have to aim for the bright area on their back. The flaming part is their weak point.
Here I come!
Not on my watch.
Far enough!
Burning crunch!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Only 3 I get.
Guess I misread the landing.
Oh, this weapon for her, I guess.
Annihilation! By the radiant storm!
Double demon fang! I'm not done!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
You're really, really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around. As impressive as always.
Here I hope that isn't true.
Looks like we won.
Nothing. But I need to go back.
Callous. Calcified. Calaglia.
What kind of poem is that?
A sparse one.
Damn.
I'll do my best.
No further! Thanks! Demon fang!
Hear my call!
Damn it!
This one's mine! I'm ready!
Denied!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This one's mine!
Yours to be
Radiant
let
storm! Tunnel!
Well then, let's keep moving. This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dolan. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily.
Finally. Freeze charm. Okay, transcendent thing. I'll have to fight this animal.
Not today!
Radiant Flash here! It's going in! Annihilate in the way!
As impressive as always.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually lift clusters.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination. I have a bad feeling about this.
Where are you going?
Demon Fang!
Now or never.
In a bind?
Burn in hell!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Seriously? Is this a joke? Armor won't save you!
Demon Fang!
Far enough!
Healing circle. In here.
Demon Fang!
Thanks, Xion.
It's over!
Strike!
Take this! We're not done! Demon Fang!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Nice, all of them die.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Okay, there's nothing here. That's too bad. Let us go. So it is a good thing to leveling to level 50 because you can one shot the enemy. I guess, I don't know, maybe. Uh-oh, when you see the healing light, that means big boss coming. That's safe first. It's gonna be a big boss fight. Yeah, if you see the video, that is a secret boss, the hardest one. I will update to you guys in the hardest boss ever. This is level 65, but this time I don't know. We do it again.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nate warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Hello guys.
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
Is summoning Google?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it!
Ignite!
I never miss. My asteroid is on my watch.
Far enough!
Now you see what I can do! No further!
It looks like you got this covered.
Tiger Blade!
Here you go.
Inferno Crossing!
I appreciate you.
By the power
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Yeah! Nice technique!
I'll smash you!
There you go! Go long! Magic is down!
Burn in hell!
Tiger Blade!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Yeah, this is the same as level 65 monster that I found in the quest.
Just have to keep fighting.
That was accidentally found.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Nothing gets by me! Forward up!
Primed and ready. I never miss.
You can't lay a finger on it.
I prefer it.
Hold on to your heart.
What about you?
Just watch and see.
My turn! I'm gone!
Don't mind if I do.
Burn in hell!
Do it!
Rising Falcon!
Yeah.
I'll heal you all. Healing circle.
Here, let me help.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem. I never miss.
Demon Fang!
This one's mine. You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no? As impressive as always. No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look flustered.
Blue escape! Demon Cut!
It's weakened.
Wolverine Alpha! This ends now! Here I come!
Normal won't save you!
Illuminate the
Demon Fang! Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Oh man. Come on, man. When is this monster gonna end?
Strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Take? How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alton!
Watch and learn.
That's enough! Go back down!
What? Huh? One hit? I wish I can do the level 65 monster like that.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
I'm renting a new skill. That's right, bitch. That's right. On the left one, I don't know. I'm gonna be OP.
Everyone's still in one piece?
Okay, let's move on, I guess. See. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, if only I can defeat the monster that level 65. You see that video. That is a secret boss. Unfortunately, that monster I cannot beat because same goes like this one. I said that is a 65 level. You have to defeat all the giant monster, and then you can proceed to killing him, I guess. I don't know, maybe one hit. I just wish, you know, there's a better way to level up faster about this game. It's very hard to very hard. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Great Adventure, yeah. Oh, damn. So, there's no... Spirit Mango. I don't want to waste it, I just want it. The Cursed Charm, I need to change. Resistant attack with attack damage. No. Nah. Down damage, wind damage, light damage. Yeah, transfer the resistance is okay. The CP cost is gotta fucking go. Okay, let's see. Not freeze, not curse, not poison. I don't want. I'm guessing I'm gonna give a cursed charm to. Let's see. You can change your curse into 80 speed into CP 10%. Is not that good. Attack 60, resistant. Unfortunately, the sword, this is the maximum of the sword, I guess. This is the maximum, I guess. And finally, she can make this gun, Refined Ignis Roar, which is kind of stronger, I guess. She already have this one, she already have this one, the Tyrant already have this one. Hanuman stuff, yes. I'll buy some stuffy, man. Okay. $15. fucking bastard. Really bastard. Forge weapons is range. Yeah.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Okay. Let's save first. Wait, before I'm gonna save, I guess I'm gonna give this my charm to this lady, I guess. Yes, I'm gonna give it to her. Since she got, yeah. I hope she, she got a lot of injuries. So why not give it to her? Null curse, everything, yeah. But I don't want to lose the penetration. Combat ring, black onyx. Alright, let's save first. Save. Just give me 1 minute. I need to drink something. Pandang tak ada orang yang dulu tak ada buka ni. Besok aku pergi tengok lah. Aku tak nak rush sangat. Aku nak habiskan juga. Okay. Somebody. Alright, let's go. Let's go, guys. I hope you can get the ship. It's okay. Normal finding parts.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
Damn.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
Damn. You gotta be kidding me, right? I have to wait. Oh well.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion?
Damn, this one.
Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Xion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress her thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Don't you? Ah! That was hurt. Ow! Hey, hit it. Ow! Ow! Hey, ow! Knock it off! Ow! Hey!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed?
Wow!
I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death.
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but
wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? While we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. Ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself.
What a selfish woman.
To find the Renaissance on your own. And sacrifice
when you
yourself
can
to
die.
stop the thorns.
too much. It's way too much. When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die. But I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way. Help it.
Dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this? It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision ultimately. If you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope. Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenius and uncover the truth of what's unfolding.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of the thorns?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. I don't want my family again. No matter what happens from now on, I'm right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenigus.
What a pain in the ass. You know what? Every time she gotta be stubborn. She's a stubborn one. Oh man.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands. So many clues. Yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that...
You know, I've no...
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but... Especially when that deception has led to
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we... As for what the final picture will look like.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through? Still. Even if you yourself might be
Yeah, I know.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to...
Yeah.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that... She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday thing.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or... I have my own dreams.
Agreed.
What a pain in the ass.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Xian's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was I just figured that was the type of person, but it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire...
I'm sure it made her happy.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. You were a good friend to her before.
Yeah, I really hope so. When you think about it, but over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about she?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her.
That's what I thought. But
at least you figured it out in time.
I don't think...
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle.
I know.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back?
Zephyr,
I guess you couldn't...
Law.
Sorry. I get we'll need all our strength to save I'll probably end up worrying...
Yeah,
You know what, lady? You are a pain in the ass. You know that? Why can't you just be, a good person? But no, you gotta be a bitch.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No. When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadeye, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Xian.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about, so I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I don't know how we're going to do it, But I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion, but I swear I'll be there with you.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
Oh boy.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Let's go, man. Man, we gotta leave this place. I hope that place is not bigger, I guess. If it does big, it's bullshit.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Go.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... Well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, should be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
Damn, that was fast.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Okay.
No. You mean since you became a lord?
I am as prone to You too have... Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. But I can't...
I see.
Totally.
Forgive me. Come back and speak to me when you...
We'll be going to Lenegis.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts. What was life on Lenegis?
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. They called it treatment.
You mean...
That's right. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster. Some existed. I thought things couldn't get any worse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery Sure, I survived. And that's when it hit me.
I'm sorry. You say it's your destiny to die. That's exactly my... Why should you have to give up your life? Just... It's that logic. This struggle was... If we're doing this...
A world free of...
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, She. If we're going to win. Ever. Now I see it.
A victory without...
You bet me.
Yeah. We can do that.
Hey, Alvin, listen to this! So...
Hey, shut up!
What's gone wrong?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about...
Hey, I never said I was... I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renin technology. It got me to Dana in one piece.
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alvin.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like me.
Glad to hear it. That device there, Kutcher.
I was just wondering what it is.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. Alphen?
No, Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after a...
Yes. It sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me what...
That's definitely quite...
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back...
Of course.
Even in that, I'll always remember. The world's bigger than just Menencia. If I've learned anything, and the one who brought me along was you.
Well, we're not...
I know. But whatever we find when we get down...
Kisora.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down?
Kisara has a point.
I'd like to hear more too.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean?
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danon.
Thanks for the warning.
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts.
On arts alone...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking.
Jeez. Give backhanded compliments,
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people as if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman...
I would wager so. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being...
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
This reminds me of Destiny and Warframe, but mostly Destiny. I used to play Destiny a long time ago. Yeah, it's been a long time I haven't touched it. Ever since my friend passed away. There's no reason for me to come back the game, because yeah.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting to welcome that, but...
Lenegis' infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while...
So now what? And if we're lucky...
there is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns.
Forbidden?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis, whatever...
And you think that source...
Precisely. Whatever the Renaissance hiding something of that...
It stands to reason.
Indeed.
But it's been over 300...
There's only one way to find out.
Shion's right.
All right. Beyond that wall,
Thinking about what...
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to state...
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renin...
I couldn't tell you exactly.
There's Zugals out here, too.
Welcome to Lenegis. Ooh. Yep. It reminds me of Destiny. Rest in peace, Lance Riddick. We will miss you, man. Oh my god. It does remind me of Destiny, man. This is where Zavala stand here. Oh my god. Oh man. I do miss Destiny a lot. Unfortunately, people that I knew backstabbed me, so I cannot go back. It does pain. I don't want to get suffer again, man.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted.
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on...
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move...
I would think the citizens themselves...
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people...
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim. Don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now we're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happened.
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home, let alone the Forbidden Zone. Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see.
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem that...
They seem to be just as...
We need more
While we're at it, we can ask them about the red...
And don't forget about finding the way...
Let's leave the talking to...
Good idea.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What could be so important? It's just... unbelievable.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana.
But why do all this?
Whatever their purpose.
He's right.
This Forbidden Zone might be...
You heard it.
So, I've been wondering...
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by cook. But then, if they knew people were...
Ordinarily, yes. Trust me. As far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought.
Sorry.
Not at all. This place is a mystery, that...
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Whatever did we do to deserve...
You really have no clue what might have caused...
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior... We have no choice. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be... I believed he was on deck.
Your eyes do not deceive you.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond... The Ilkaris house has produced...
Your good wishes do me an honor.
I think they're just lost, man.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship! Oh, what a great honor! I descended to Dana during the last crown con. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman...
Oh, Red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like...
Yeah. What about...
What's with all these questions?
Never mind. Is everything okay?
Hmm? Oh, yes.
I was hoping to head this way myself.
I suppose the Sovereign... I daren't stay here too. I was hoping to...
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how?
Yes, strange, isn't it?
But of course. I thought maybe it was a...
It's worth investigating, Lee. I shall go and assess the situation.
You'd really do that for me?
Our lot in life is a...
Oh, what...
Well, we've canvassed the city for information.
No one has the faintest idea.
You'd think that info would...
Not to this extent.
Given everything that's happened to their city?
Yeah, that one guy even...
Everything that happens here is attributed to this. Nothing happens to...
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing...
The Sovereign, of course.
Without the Lords, that's a pretty big...
The points you make, I've come to think of it.
No.
Neither have I.
Hold up, what are you getting at, Toho?
Assuming what I believe...
But what about trade?
Not if the Sovereign is
But I thought you said that the Sovereigns... What if something were to happen to the city?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler.
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, as for how Volron factors into all this...
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. Now, 300 years later, that's not the only thing.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason?
I can't say for sure.
But we never did see Volron. Is a new ceremony underway with Vol...
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions?
If the Forbidden...
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it! I didn't realize Red...
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind.
It is the way things have always been.
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude.
Even so, the quality of... I used to think it was
more to the point.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking...
It's still too early to say.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in. Move on.
Tell me, Dohalim.
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people...
I'm afraid I don't...
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation?
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it?
Now you've got me curious.
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all.
Hey! What's got into Alphen and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying.
And what's with the weird poses? Was it...
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this.
I wasn't expecting them to
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld.
But Dohalim was a lord.
Only current acting lords have power.
Even if the other lords were still...
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis and Balsif, Cannabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing.
Well, yeah, why to us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to...
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city...
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here, and luckily for us.
Oh man.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective. So even he might have had...
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people who cared about it until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed, the effects of...
Pardon me.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Harrows changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than...
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders.
Renans live in a world where strength and power but their loyalty to their people is...
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Ren.
Right. It's the same reason Balsef hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the lords were all people, too. Balsef and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I...
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned. In which case, the...
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgroth, the former Lord of Cislodia.
So then this Han freaked
The last I heard, yes.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign?
I guess over holocom, maybe.
Now that you mention it,
and that never...
when you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice.
A new Renaissance. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but if even the victor...
You and me both. With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
So many dialogues, so many spoken.
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Uh-oh.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
What's this thing?
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnigan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnigan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe. But I still wanted to say... thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Oh, it's a new weapon. Thank God I got the rending Titan Fang. Of course, I'm gonna do it. Scope. Oh man. That's special. Well, wait. Yeah, bigger than better, man. Okay. Yeah, Shion kinda disappointment because she always get the hardest to get stuff. Okay, now let's create something new, I guess. Enhance accessory skill, sell. What can you? Right. But we got a new diamond. Fortunately, Alphen doesn't have a stronger one. Yay, diamond! Diamond, everyone! And look at, oh my god! Look at that gold, man! What the fuck, man?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Done. This is
But let's see first. Let's go. Don't forget to check by right the corner everywhere. There's always stuff down there. Okay, there's no. Okay. Hey, nope.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Alright, fine. What woman possessed her with this?
Damn it! Lenegis soldiers!
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight. Oh, I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menancia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed enough. If they want to fight, they got one. My shield! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Illuminate the dark!
Eat this! Take it!
Holy Land!
Demon Fang!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Those soldiers seem different from the city.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's.
Indeed. And yet,
They're glazed over on.
I've never seen anything like...
Maybe someone doesn't want us here.
What with the red?
Ooh. That's a big animal. Unfortunately, this map doesn't have level 50, I guess. I guess that's a secret. The swine. The swine monster level 54. Yeah, level 44 and 42. Over-leveling me.
I'm not done! It's over!
Lightning can down! These limbs can run rings around us! Demon Fang! Burning through! A wailing banshee of lightning!
It's over!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yes! And ugly to me!
Demon Fang!
Hurricane strike! Lunar
Not
corruption!
again!
Blizzard bloom!
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning meteor!
Rising Mountain!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
This is so weird.
Out of our way!
Take this! Eat this!
Ready! Time to stop!
Demon Fang!
Confiscated!
Mega Take this! Demon Fang!
The normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Lightning condense!
Glacial spear.
Here's the evil!
To me!
Here I come! I'm Demon Fang!
Here's the evil!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks,
See
Kisara!
what I can do!
Not today!
Here, let me help.
Demon Fang!
I need to pull myself together.
Can't get out of this!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Here's the evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
So the secret to leveling faster is when you fight against the slime in the cave. That level 54 does fighting. Yeah. See, all that is level 40.
Out of our way!
That's a secret.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Demon Fang! It's on! Ignite!
Raging cat! Here goes!
I'm not done!
Confiscating!
Make it rain! All yours, Kisara.
Damn it! It's too fast!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Not scary, but the level 40s.
Gotta break through! Now go!
I never miss!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Lightning orb!
I won't show you any mercy! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Here! Air drop!
Take this!
I'm not done! Demon Fang!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
A comfortable win.
those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Imagine if you're level 40 something, you can, I don't think you can pass it.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
You're mine!
Try harder.
Leave the charges to me!
In here. Reload.
Flaming light is yours to be let free! Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this! Lightning strike to the fray!
Lightning orb. Here goes.
The power of water!
Annihilation. Raging cascade.
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Blah blah blah.
Take this!
You picked the wrong fight! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward and upward. Gotta break through!
Let me help!
Demon Fang!
First
I
aid!
owe you one!
Glacial
Fang!
fire!
I'm not
I
done!
never miss.
Demon
We're trying to keep up with the wall. Raging to the shadows.
Explosive ring!
Light by the power of flame.
Prepare to be seized!
Can't get out of this!
Great! Next! Explosive ring! Next! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Do it! Far enough!
I'm not done! Demon Fang!
Lightning orb.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Damn, that's a lot of crystal. What did it worth? Okay, alright.
I'll do my best!
Now or never.
Double Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
So much for acting it out.
Just what I needed. More where that came from. Blow back to the fray. Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Demon Fang!
My action illuminate the dark. Holy glimmer. Holy
Demon Fang!
Blizzard bloom!
Oops.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
No choice! Demon Fang! Try this! Demon Fang! We're not finished!
I can read your moves like a book!
Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here.
Demon Fang! Next! Demon Fang! No further!
This one. Lightning orb.
All in order! Try
Illuminate
this!
the dark. Not in your dreams.
Demon Fang!
Any injuries?
Oh, that's a lot of gold.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Alphen!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people. If we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the fuck just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see...
That's all very well and fine, but...
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork?
No,
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. Not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the...
That would make sense, for all we know. Perhaps we're close to the spot where all that...
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion.
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a reason.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, reliving painful...
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really...
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time we've been... I'd like to liberate them too if I can. which is just another reason I can't afford to...
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else. Not that I'm complaining.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Save. Crap.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control noodles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master sword? What the? Where did you get her hands on that?
First we handle the noodles, then we get some answers.
Charging us! That's what my shield's for! Get behind me! Got it! I'll leave it to you!
It's weakened!
Carve through one! This ends now!
Take this!
Tiger Ring! Ryan Powell! Make it ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Demon Fang! Burn it
This
down!
one's free! I never miss!
Demon Fang! Blood!
Here! Illuminate the dark!
Meteor! Demon Fang!
Denied! Here it comes! Focus! On your toes, everyone! Glacier Spear! Here's the evil!
Take this!
I'm almost intact!
My brain's coming to you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away. A wailing beauty of lightning!
Ignite!
Here!
Demon Fang! Try this! Explosive Ring!
Hurricane Strike!
Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha! Try this! Rending Blast! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Forgive me.
Yeah, this is the same as before. Man, it's not his fault.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohaleen. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Well, that was okay, I guess.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously...
Somebody got to her. And the same goes for you as well.
You're wrong. Kalzalik was the one who killed my brother. As for Tarnigan, but that's why we're fighting.
Indeed. Ridding society of...
You can't atone. I know it hurts to hear. But those... forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite in fact. Not for those already passed.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right.
That's what living's all about. Punishing yourself for the...
Only fixing the problem in its stead.
That's right.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone.
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being...
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise.
Someone used her because...
It does tell us one thing at least.
There's no...
By someone...
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
So that's the phone. Okay. Not the phone from Destiny, man. That is Destiny. That's the gun. This is the phone from this game. Okay, now...
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
But amazingly, the best game ever.
Finally.
No, not finally. Wait to listen.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever, I just need a little time.
The hell yeah. Guys, let me safe, man.
Soon, I have to be ready to face. I'm determined.
Let's do this, man.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
For the people of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How did they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long. I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records, a composite being capable of controlling the creation of a code name Sovereign.
Sovereign?
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master course. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here
About the Lords? Why would they?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of... Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind...
What about the Sovereign?
Where do I start?
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They've re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, but according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries.
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that they're meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. She could be working for someone else.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved.
What about the data records?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of it. There's nothing here about who's behind. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you.
I'll do that.
So this... Only 2 Sovereigns. In over... So why has the experiment... Was there really no other way? Or could there be...
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. But... it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for.
If that were to happen...
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by...
That's right.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever...
Naori,
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell. His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation is less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Elfin.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Elfin escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me. He made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
One.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, This is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renaissance was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renaissance isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori? What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us.
Go.
All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. The Sovereign. They linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That at least would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped. But, alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost. And Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden. To buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted. And for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danan voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma. We'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but... I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know.
No, it isn't! You found hope to believe in.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah! We can protect the world and save Shion.
I too shall lend my services.
And they say modest...
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me? Now let's get moving, shall we? Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony. And Naori's attempt to... You paid a heavy price for it. And then fell asleep for 300... The reason you lost your memories...
Is the reason for...
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing... No. The truth is... I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without the touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself. Is it really okay for me to believe it can... I'm so scared of getting... What if it doesn't work out in the end?
That's not going... I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny.
We're going to live
a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my...
You're worth fighting.
I believe you.
Good. We'll keep on fighting until our future is
duduk dekat jala. Balik rumah ni dekat dalam. Tak ada lah dia jadi lagi.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah, it was Naori who first...
Not only that,
It's as if walls meant nothing to her.
Which basically meant that you inherited... Don't I know it?
She's kind of like...
Ooh. Alright. Fortunately, she doesn't have any weapon. Bubble.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
after everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Oh, shit.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place... it reminds me more of being back inside the wedge.
Except the Danon astral energy feels even...
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste.
Hold up, decadence?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme,
That depends.
the void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts...
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Damn. Oh, last mission.
Bullrun! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. From the fires of chaos, the world must see its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey look! Over there!
Isn't that Maiden's crest?
game dia sekarang produksi. Ya, game dia
That this
sekarang
entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
Kalau macam ni memang takkan ada.
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? Who could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
Tapi aku lagi suka Lopi. Aku
Whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to this vision of oblivion. Regardless, I cannot stand by and steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renaissance. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
The Time Lord. The Red Woman. So we finally found her. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
Depends on luck. Kalau luck tu all the way good luck.
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
They're the true rulers of Rena.
Level 48.
They're not feeling particularly strong.
It's no use, Alvin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
This one's mine.
Denied! Not today! Now you see what I can do!
I'll be saving this one.
Hear my power! Hurricane! Now you see what I can do!
Ignite!
Not on my watch.
Demon Fang!
Make it rain!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing hurricane strike.
Oh.
Counter-Strike 2. What's this Counter-Strike?
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve.
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Cakap memang confirm tak ada. Sebab Black Ops dia akan buat Call of Duty Modern Warfare juga tapi story dia.
Who said you could touch that?
Memang story dia. Macam DLC lah.
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place?
Naturally. It was built for me, after all.
We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart. Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing out who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown code name for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. Countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Dana. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boran was kidnapped just like Alvin? But then he became
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Dana need its distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Out!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who enters to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Are you two okay?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers and Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissance. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off with Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissance in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming about Volron.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually...
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan.
So what were they then?
Is the most terrifying thing any...
How about you, Shion? Doharu? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, they're the same as the Red Woman we've seen with Volron.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we...
Both sound plausible to my ears.
Yeah, they did.
Terkeli.
Watch the numbers! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Stand back.
I'll trip it up. Here I come!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here, let me help.
It's go time! The flame inside me!
I'll be thinking this.
Nicely done.
I'll do my best! Now you see what I can do! No further! Eat dirt! Time to cross blade! Demon Inferno Rolling! Here I come! No escape! Take this! No escape! Lightning strike! Down!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition! Look sharp!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Climate Meteor! Crop Blade!
Can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind!
Try this!
Come between heaven and earth!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield for!
Stay behind! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Rank FIFA paling kan.
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
FIFA tinggi lah. Rank FIFA KD tinggi. Fusion. Fusion detik lah. Namanya FIFA yang tinggi kan.
Explosive ring! Burn!
Fusion.
With this! Demon Fang! Try this! Explosive ring!
Leave the torch!
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
A comfortable win.
Fusion. Aku target diamond ni. Cuma aku start diamond. Malah nak crimson tu macam impossible.
Ugh.